To be a world champion. To rise above all others to a level few know. To create and cement your own legacy. For these talented few, they must rely on their own volition to perform, to overcome, to win.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
Wow. Incredible.
It's staying wide open.
And falling from the clouds.
Massive hammer.
Huge wrapping turn. He loves it.
10 world-class surfers will enter, but only 2 will leave champions. The moment is surfing's most demanding competition, the Rip Curl WSL Finals.
You're watching the Sambazon Dawn Patrol here for the Rip Curl WSL Finals as the time has finally arrived to witness the World Title Showdown here in 2022. Nice warm-up for Ethan Ewing, world number 3, in his first start here at the season finale at Lower Trestles. Tatiana Weston-Webb back for revenge from last season as Kanoa Igarashi getting dropped off on the Oakley Athlete Shuttle. First thing in the morning as we see a lot of representation backing the Costa Rican Brisa Hennessy. As she's talking with her coach, Carissa Moore, the #1 seed in the event. Had a nice little lap this morning to prepare for a 6th world title fight on a big day. The Australians out there early in the morning. Jack Robinson, world number 2, and the Moore family. Quick out there for the early session. And back to relax as they'll be waiting to see who will be in the title match later on, potentially today, here on the opening day of the waiting period for the Rip Curl WSL Finals. Exciting times for pro surfing, going on yellow alert yesterday morning, and now we're anticipating that call very early to see if we'll be crowning our champions today. Thanks for being with us. Joe Turpel, a longtime CT standout, Rosie Hodge, and Hall of Famer Peter Mell. Rosie, your town, which is now San Clemente, has completely changed in the last week or so, with the best in the world anticipating the World Title Showdown.
It's been amazing, Joe, just to see this place come to life, to have the best in the world competing here on finals day. I mean, potentially today is the day that we'll have the biggest day in surfing and crowning world champs.
And Pete Mel, with the lead up to any event, you're hoping that the world's best will get some laps. It's been pumping, it's been warm, and they're looking ready to go.
It's so true. I mean, you talk about a tune-up. They've had it, and it's been quality surf for a good week and a half now, and I expect some big things from all of these competitors. I think we all expect that, and I can't wait.
Checking out the women's bracket for the Rip Curl WSL Finals. It's been set with the first match. 22-year-old Brisa Hennessy looking for her first world title, going against Stephanie Gilmore, and the whole story right there, Rosie, as she's looking for number 8 potentially today.
It's amazing to see this field of women. I mean, you've got 2 women that have been so dominant on either side of the draw, Steph Gilmore, Carissa Moore, but can one of those other 3 women clinch their maiden world title?
Tatiana Weston-Webb maybe one turn away from clinching last year. As we flip to the men's, Italo Ferreira, Kanoa Igarashi, maybe a rematch for the Olympic gold medal, kicking it off for the title race, Pete.
You gotta love it, right? I mean, you think of those 5 surfers, they've been on point at some point this year, you know, especially with Kanoa Igarashi in his last-minute heroics in Tahiti, to be able to get that spot in the final 5, so impressive. He's up against Italo for that first match. That's a good one.
What a big morning for pro surfing. Let's make it official. Are we going to move off yellow alert? It's time to find out. We'll say good morning to Kaipo Guerrero and Jesse Miley-Dyer.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, there's been a lot of anticipation for the Rip Curl WSL Finals. Is today today?
Today is the day, so we're going to be calling the Rip Curl WSL Finals on at 8 o'clock, and I'm really excited. It's our second ever edition, and going to be crowning some world champs today.
We are going to be crowning both women and men's world champs in the water today. Your thoughts on that, Jesse?
I mean, there's something really special for to win it in the water, I think, and everything about this concept of ours for winning world titles in the water here at the WSL Finals. It's all about that moment of victory, and you and I will probably never have it, and I know I certainly won't, but it's really a special thing to watch, and I'm really excited for whoever wins in both the men's and women's today to be able to have that chance in front of this amazing crowd that we already have down here today.
I'm excited as well. Now, talk about title match. Right about what time do you think we're going to see the title matches hit the water?
So the earliest that we'll be crowning a world champ today is about 2 o'clock. About 2 o'clock and 2:35 is when we'll see the possibility, just assuming that those world title matches don't go to the third heat. So that's really the time that you want to start paying some real attention.
There you go. Well, it is on, Joe, and I'm excited.
So excited. Thank you, Kaipo. Thank you, Jesse, for that call. Crowning our world champions today. She's anticipating that to happen around 2 o'clock this afternoon, local time in Southern California. It's still early in the morning. First match will be about 8 o'clock this morning as we dive into the Surfline Forecast, focusing on the opening day of the waiting period, Pete.
Probably one of the most dynamic Surfline forecasts we've had all season. You think about 8 days that we have for the waiting period. We've seen this south-southwest southern hemisphere swell show up yesterday. It was pumping throughout the day. It's still here this morning. Conditions are good. We got glassy conditions. There is a little threat of some south wind, but hopefully that goes away. Ultimately, today's action, we're going to have a consistent, 3 foot at 14 seconds out of that south-southwest direction. There's a little bit of southeast influence as well. We've had some tropical stuff that's Hurricane K, but even before that, there was another disturbance that has kind of added a little extra to today. But you look at today's all the way 4 to 6 foot, all the way through the day. That's what we want for Trestles, that perfect size on the first reef. It doesn't have, a couple bigger sets. Ultimately, today's the best day in the waiting period, and that's why we're running. Very first day of the competition waiting period, and we're on.
Oh, so great to see that, as we have a lot of days just to choose the right one. It happens to fall on the very first day of the waiting period for the Rip Curl WSL Finals. And Rosie, as you know, your favorite wave right here at Lowers has been filled with plenty of swell the last couple of weeks, but kind of an unprecedented weather pattern coming up in the next few days. Makes sense to crown our champions today.
Yeah, definitely. Like Pete touched on, it's the best day of the waiting period. Let's get this thing underway. Let's crown some world champs. I mean, everyone's had such great warm-ups in the lead up to today, so I can't wait to see the action unfold.
A lot of exciting things you could do on WorldSurfLeague.com. You can also play Hydro Flask Pick'em right now on the site, and you get rewarded for picking the underdogs or the lower seeds if you see them going far throughout the day today to possibly upset the number ones in the world. A lot to come here on the Sambazon Dawn Patrol. We'll be right back for our World Championship Day as we'll enjoy the ride from one of the greats, 3-time world champ Tommy Curran. The WSL would like to open this event by formally recognizing that Trestles is the modern name of the ancient Ahashiman village site known as the Panhe. The Ahashiman people have lived in this place we now call Orange County for over 10,000 years and are still here stewarding the land alongside surfers, environmentalists, and others who care about our shared coastline. We thank them for their ongoing presence and participation in this event, and we'd like to pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Green alert, you guys, it's on. We're crowning our champions today, and it's happening in the water for the men and women now just for the second time ever in this format. I can't imagine what's going through the minds of Brisa and Steph Gilmore as they prepare for one of the biggest days of their career. Let's get more excited as we continue the hype reel with a couple of our favorite Australians, Ronnie Blakey and Laura Enever.
Morning, Joe. Morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. And what a show it is going to be, Laura. We're going to be having a look at the top seeds and their run through this event last year. It was amazing. Felipe Toledo came in as the number 3 seed. He didn't disappoint. He put on a fantastic show.
He did. He was absolutely sizzling last year, you know, surfing so fast, exactly what we're used to seeing from him. And those sharp eye boards that he were on looked so good, and he just fit perfectly in these waves.
Such an interesting start for him. Obviously heavily backed here because he spent so much time in this lineup. He came up against Connor Coffin, a really interesting start to that heat. It was a slow start for Felipe.
It was, and he came back right with about 3 minutes to go to turn the heat, get 2 8-point rides, move on. He was absolutely fired up, and then he went into this heat with Italo to just get some more huge scores.
Amazing creativity. I think, Felipe, you know, we're always blown away by that big, creative approach above the lip, but he can also be unpredictable with his power, and that's a real weapon for him at this venue.
Yeah, and, you know, we've seen Felipe, since he's come on tour, just, you know, get stronger and stronger every year and just come back doing something different and, you know, exciting us some more. So to see him last year was absolutely incredible.
Jumped up a place, got himself into that second position. Also this year coming in as the number 1 seed. We've been talking about the strengths of the other competitors in the men's field, but they've got a huge mountain to climb once they get to that number 1 seed.
They really do. You know, he'll be in fine form, and, you know, the other 4 competitors, they'll be tapping at his heels to take that.
Carissa in the same position she was in last year, coming in as the number 1 seed. The power is undeniable, and it's always been a good key to success competing here at Trestles.
You know, Carissa has competed here at Trestles since she was 7, 8, 12, like, you know, just since she was a little tiny grom, and she knows this wave so well. We've seen her grow up, and, you know, she's got the power, she's got the flow, she's got the style, and she's got the progression, and that's why she's 5-time world champion, Olympic gold medalist, and why she's in that Hydro Flask yellow jersey again.
An absolute icon, but she did get shaken up in the first heat against Tatiana last year, and that was, you know, a clutch performance to bounce back, to win the next 2 heats and claim that 5th world title was quite remarkable.
Yeah, she talks about how that was a big mental hurdle to get over, and that was absolutely amazing for her to come back and claim that world title. So, you know, she'll be looking to do that again this year.
Yeah, I think those top seeds on the men's and women's side, you know, they are going to be very hard to overcome today. The conditions nice and clean, and that's just setting the stage for what should be an unbelievable world title showdown here. But the Red Bull Media House, they've been at it again, producing high quality content, and we're going to get a preview of their latest project in plain sight right now.
The goal, which was to like kind of go back to like childhood, to bring back that joy and to find like that sense of like fun and just youth again, because I think there was a few years on tour that I kind of just fell into not having as much fun and just trying to make everybody else happy. And I think I do my best performing when I'm just in love with riding waves.
The Rip Curl WSL Finals is brought to you by Rip Curl, the ultimate surfing company. By Shiseido, official sunscreen of the World Surf League. By Sambazon, bringing you the delicious powers of acai every day. Official acai of the Rip Curl WSL Finals. By Craft 1861, official wellness partner of the World Surf League. And by Hydro Flask. Every adventure starts with 2 simple words. Let's go.
You're watching the Amazon Dawn Patrol here for the Rip Curl WSL Finals. It's a green alert, crowning world champions. Later on this afternoon, Brisa Hennessy matched up with Stephanie Gilmore in the first match this morning. That's probably going to paddle out in less than 10 minutes. Joe Turpel, Rosie Hodge, and Pete Mel here for the call. Before we get even more excited about the matchups and stories, it might be time to check in with the governor of California, Gavin Newsom.
Hey everybody, it's Governor Gavin Newsom here, and I think you all know this better than I do. Surfing is California's state sport, and that's why in 2020 I was proud to sign a bill to protect San Onofre State Beach, of course, where you are now. We're proud. Look, we're proud to have the world's best surfers competing right here at Trestles, a world-renowned surf spot that you know better than anybody in the Rip Curl World Surf League Finals. And while no one controls the ocean, it looks like she's delivering. Let's hope she is for each and every one of you with great conditions forecast for this, of course, remarkable and prestigious event. So I wish you all the best of luck and, of course, the best of waves as you head into this competition. And congratulations for all your hard work in getting so far and making it here today.
Thank you, Governor Gavin Newsom, for the special message for all fans, all surfers, and hoping that the waves come through there. Happy place to really perform. Brisa Hennessy talking to her coach, Glenn Micro Hall, this morning as she's preparing for the biggest day of her career.
Yeah, this is the best that Brisa's done on the tour so far. This is a huge day for her. Let's see how she approaches it.
When you think about how she got here and got back onto the championship tour, I mean, there was a bit of momentum in the Challenger Series to get here. And then just to start the season off like she did, winning her maiden victory at Sunset Beach. I mean, it's just been a dream year for her. And here she is competing in the Final Five. A chance for the world title. I mean, chicken skin. It's really cool.
Exciting year for Brisa Hennessy. Remember, though, she has a 7-time world champion. Stephanie Gilmore has her sights set on an 8th world title today. Be right back with the Amazon Dawn Patrol right after this.